Okay, welcome to the first NXT of the year. I'm sorry if I'm not super enthusiastic. I don't feel well. I've been very busy for the last day and I haven't gotten any sleep. On top of that, all of this hurts. Ugh. But I got my business done. But I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to make this as short as possible. Was this NXT good? No. But was it bad? No. I'll give it to you like this. The majority of the matches were fine. When it came to Carmelo and Apollo, it was fine. When it came to Kofi dealing with Grayson Waller, not Grayson Waller, Joe Gacy, I'm sorry. Joe Gacy, that was a good match. It wasn't bad. When it came to, I'm not even going to mention that match with Big Bobby. I'm not mentioning it because it was a squash match. It didn't really matter. But what I am going to mention are a few things that I believe that's going to be motivating certain things going forward, particularly when it comes to Vengeance Day. First, Abba Fire and Isla Dawn. When you see the fight and then you see the match, do you believe it's over? This is my question to you guys. Do you believe their fight is over? No. Something's going on because of what Isla Dawn did by waiting there, getting ready to be splatted by Alba off the top turn rope. She could have jumped off the table. She did not. And then you see that Alba, instead of breaking the table, flipped right off and over it. That was pretty bad. She didn't land right. She was supposed to land on it and it would have braced both of them, but it didn't happen. At least that's what it looked like. But you wonder how far they're going to go with this storyline where Alba is going to possibly turn to the Wickham side. If you don't know what Wickham is, it's witch. The witches. And if you ask me, how did you know that?
Don't ask.
I am a very traveled man. Ow. This all hurts and now my head hurts. Anyway, I've learned a couple of things in my life. So, that's all I'm saying. When it comes to Trick Williams dealing with Axiom, you see how they value Trick Williams. He don't matter. He's a hype man. So my question is, when are they going to drop him from Carmelo Hayes? Because yes, Carmelo did win his match. But when are they going to drop him? Because they need to break them apart. That's just me. I just don't believe he needs him anymore. Now, the huge smash of almost every woman. I don't even remember if the tag champs were there. But practically everybody was there. And that's how the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn fight started before their match. Do you believe it was effective? Me personally, when you do something like that, it's like you're overcompensating. One or two women, maybe four women, fine. But absolutely the entire roster coming out, arguing and then fighting one another. And then hearing Roxanne say that, next week there's going to be a battle royal and who wins will be the number one contender. It feels like it's like this, like it's rushed. There's your problem. Because it's not even the first week in the year. It's barely even halfway through the week. And you're trying to make this as important as possible. Yes, I understand people, dude, why are you doing this? It's developmental. It's not the point. It's on TV. And as a TV show, they got to make it mean something. So it feels like this is not long-term booking. This is such incredibly short-term. Instead of letting her have her first title defense, while some of the women fighting one another, you basically put everyone together. And look, it all started with Toxic Attraction. I knew when I saw Toxic Attraction in the ring, they're done. They don't mean anything. Why? Because at this point, instead of talking about the tag champs and wanting to try and get their titles back, now they're talking about Roxanne. That means both of them are going after Roxanne. So what does that mean? Does that mean they care about the tag belts anymore? No. But that's how they're showing it. But then But that doesn't mean it isn't going to eventually show back up when Toxic Attraction goes into tag titles. So you just did this rush job to make the battle royal mean something, and you bury Toxic Attraction, who's already heavily handicapped without Mandy Rhodes. Because that's what this comes down to. Everyone knows they were going to go into the main roster with Mandy. And then eventually they would have been broken away once they've been developed enough. No Mandy, no development, now they're nothing. And that just proves it because you let them come out first. And then they get buried under everyone. I'm just saying. Let me give it to you like this. The Dijak versus Stax match means nothing. Doesn't mean that Stax didn't do a great job or Dijak. They both did. This is still about the Don versus I really am tired. I'm sleep deprived, guys. I'm sorry. If you want to know what sleep deprived is from an insomniac, look into my eyes. Anyway, does this really help the Don? Maybe. Does this help Dijak? Maybe. Does this really help Wesley? Yes, this is about Wesley. When it comes to Dijak and the Don, that's going to be a question of where they're going to go with them after their match, and then the one who's going to be facing a Wesley. That's how it feels. It feels like it's a question of not that they're going to do something with Wes. They are planning it. They're actually doing it. But the question is what's going to happen with Dijak and the Don afterward. Now, I will say I did enjoy the segment they showing Dijak basically beating the crap out of Stax. I enjoyed that because at least it's something different. Doesn't mean it hasn't been done before. It just hasn't been done that much with this new brand of 2.0 plus. This could be almost 3.0. Guys, let's be honest. You had the original NXT, you had 2.0 under Vince, and now you got pretty much 3.0 under HBK. This is roughly 3.0, starting of it. This is, I gotta say this, even though I want to get this done quickly. When it comes down to it, this is the first official year, starting now, the first real act of Shawn Michaels running NXT by himself. Before that, it was when he was working with Vince and anybody else, and then it was abruptly ended, and then everything was shuffled around. Now, this is when we're going to see what's going to happen with if Shawn can really get this done correctly. Because this is it. This is the year when he will be evaluated. I do believe that. If he don't get it right, he's gone by the end of the year. Because this is when there's a new year, a new start. All the stuff that was done by Vince has now pretty much been done. And now has been either rewritten or ended. And it's all on Shawn. So the question is going to be, can Shawn make this show work? Once William comes back, the question is going to be, is he going to help? I don't know. You guys tell me below. Let's see here. I know I could say something about Akita James and what happened with Jensen after that little segment in the back. But I'm going to leave it. I want to see how far they're going to go. Even though she was trying to be nice to Farron, the question is going to be about them. I'll give you like this. The best thing I enjoyed about the show was Drew Gulak versus and Andre Chase. I really did enjoy that. I know it's not everyone's going to be their cup of tea, but I truly believe they could have stretched this. Now, of course, Charlie Gacy is going to be going up against, what is the guy's name right now? I can't remember right now. Hank. There you go. Hank. And he's going to be seeing him next week. But supposedly Charlie hurt his elbow, but now he's going to be facing no matter what. I would have liked to see them stretch this a little bit more. I wanted to see more of Andre versus, and it could still go that way. And I think that might be one of the best things for me personally. I like Andre and Chase U. And seeing Drew as also a teacher, where he's going to start building up his own amount of people, like Hank, like Charlie, and maybe another person. You'll have one teacher with his own group, with another teacher, another group, and it's going to be about who's the more proper teacher that's going to not only teach his own people, but bring some over. That's what I really would like to see, but I don't know if they're going to go there, but I do wish they do. Let me give it to you like this. Was this a good show? No. Was it an okay show? Yes. Even the Grayson Waller effect wasn't great at first, and it wasn't great afterward. But at least it was doing what it was supposed to do, because we are getting New Year's Evil, and you are going to be getting, is it New Year's Evil? We're going to have their match, I believe so. And they got to build into it. But this is not one experienced wrestler versus an inexperienced wrestler. You got two inexperienced wrestlers who are trying to sell it. So I don't see it 100% being great. Grayson did well. Braun is still not there yet as a mic talker, but he's trying to get there. At least he is trying. He's somewhat there. But at least you will say not all of it is good, but it was okay-ish for the first episode of the year. But that's just me. Oh, I'm finished, thank goodness. I'm sorry if this seems not very detailed. It's kind of scattered everywhere, but I just wanted to give you my best point of view. And I really do hope that you had a good new year. And I really hope you enjoyed this review. Peace.